All right, hello, and welcome back to the Binge Boys podcast. This fine Valentine's Day, we had to hit you with the romantic show. Of course, we're talking about the peak of rom-com, Chuck, starring Zachary Levi as
crazy,
John Krasinski
bro.
as Chuck.
Wait a second.
Yeah, so we're talking about the first season of Chucklefuck.
Bro.
And with you today, or with you on this holiday, my name is Enrique.
My name is Eli.
My name is Tristan.
Take it away, Penny.
Bro. Look, man, Chuck came out on NBC way back in the day.
We going way back.
way back in the day. I love this show. This is about a spy, or actually a nerd turned spy. And then it's just, I like it. We're going to find out what these guys think, even though I already know.
Was it obvious that I loved it? So, I've asked you this question 3 times off air, so hopefully you got a good answer at this point. What was I think they're going to love this show. I'll put it on the list.
Honestly, I thought that y'all might appreciate some of the comedy. And I also thought that y'all wouldn't hate the plot that much.
Eli, did you laugh once this season?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm honestly trying to think. I'm not saying there weren't funny moments here and there, because I'm sure there was. It's just not my kind of humor. It's very
Nah, don't go off on the safe edge trying to
I wasn't
toe the line.
Oh, trust me, I wasn't about to toe the line when I said it's very stale white people humor. But it's just not really my thing, man. And there's a couple things that were supposed to be funny later. One instance being some dude cartwheeling 5 times, then getting shot in the chest for no reason, and I was like, I don't know. There was just a couple scenes I was like, dude, this is torture.
If you like this, you love Seinfeld. I can already tell.
I ain't never seen Seinfeld.
What's the deal with the NSA?
What's the deal with Chuck?
This is just something I never needed to watch, never wanted to watch, knew I wasn't going to like. It's for some reason, despite me saying, I'm not going to like this, don't put it on there, I'm going to shit on it. He said, you know what? I disagree.
So
I think you will like this.
We watched, 13 episodes?
13 episodes.
There's
13
91, bro.
Huh?
How did they make 91 episodes of this? There's only so much, he loves me not. He loves me not, that I can watch, bro. Happy Valentine's Day to the people that I'm about to shit on this romance. It just doesn't...
Damn, that's actually fucked, because I thought the one thing they did all right in this was relationship dynamics.
I don't think that, to be honest. I think it's very... I don't know. I'm not saying that as a whole it was bad. I'm saying that Chuck's and Sarah's was bad.
Well,
it was bad because they kept doing the whole bullshit, and then they revived a dead man, so... that's gonna make the plot stale as shit. Shout out Matt Bomer, bro. He must have really been struggling. They were like, yo, we got this shitty show on NBC. Do you need some bread? He's like, I do need bread. It's hard out here for a pimp, so let me get to that money real quick.
Bro.
Took the job, died off in an episode. They're like, you're coming back. He said, damn. I was just a one and done.
I'm going to need you in cryo freeze for about 10 episodes, all right?
And then he came right back at it like a motherfucking crack addict. Speaking of crack addicts, you know who my least favorite character of the show is?
I can tell you mine.
Morgan.
Yeah. Really? Dude, come on.
There is at least 2 to 3 worst character contenders just from the show alone.
That's crazy that you said that right there.
Dude. He's bad.
Morgan is top tier. The Asian dude is top tier. And then the NSA agent, the dude, Casey, he's top tier.
He's pretty bad, too.
You don't like Casey?
Bro, what'd he do?
Bro,
except talk shit and fuck shit up.
He didn't really fuck anything up, though.
Yes, he did.
Like one time he did.
He planted like 4 different steps of doubt into Chuck's head in multiple episodes. This is let me tell you the episode formula. Episode start, Chuck's at Buymore. Something comes up. They do a mission briefing between Chuck, the bitch, and from Casey. And then they're all like, all right, guys, gotta do the mission. And then Casey pulls Chuck aside and goes, don't trust her. She's a bitch. And then she pulls Chuck aside, like, don't trust him. He's NSA. That means he's a Fed. And then they're like, oh, shit. And then half the episode goes on. And then something happens. Fucking the bitch does something weird. And then Casey pulls him aside. She's like, see, told you she's not working really for you. This is what the issue is. Now you gotta trust me. Plant seeds of doubt into Chuck's head. Then she gets beat the fuck up or captured. And Chuck's like, I gotta help her because I love her. And then he finds out she did not do the bad shit she did. Then they have a, do you like me? Check yes or no. And Chuck passes her a no every episode. Then she goes, I can't answer this. And then the episode ends. And then we just keep doing that for an entire season.
It's like 7 out of the 13 at least.
Like, yeah, except for the 2-part arc. They had a nice 2-episode arc.
Yeah.
And then they killed that right away.
You mean where they actually, like, put in a viable love interest?
And then someone who's not super toxic.
Yeah, and then killed her off. Well, not killed her off, but like,
killed
her off the scene.
Had her get pinched by the Federales.
Yeah. So I don't know, bro. If you don't think that chick best girl, then I don't know what you're talking about. But
well, I don't think so. But that's just because I've seen everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can only work with what we've seen, Forehead. Like,
but she, I mean, out of the 2,
oh, you guys should see this character in season 4, bro. She's way better, dog.
Hey, man. All I'm saying is, I like Chuck as a main character personally. I like the idea behind the whole nobody nerd to super spy, even though he, don't know how to be a spy yet, which is more entertaining to me because he's going out here doing spy things, doing things on accident half the time.
So is she. That's the part though. She was doing. She didn't know what she was doing.
What are you supposed to?
She's supposed to be the. Bro,
no,
how are you a spy and you get your ass beat every episode?
Because other people know how to fight too? Like, I don't know.
Bro, you would be dead by now.
Absolutely. She's only been captured 4 times this season, bro.
She's been saved by bum-ass Chuck. They keep roasting Chuck and saying he sucks, but she's the one that keeps getting beat down because they want to keep doing the fucking damsel in distress archetype every episode.
Yeah, it did okay for them.
And don't get me started with the repeating of information every episode because they don't expect you to actually keep track of what's going on in the show. Like, for the first 6 or 7 episodes, every episode they were like, yeah, Chuck, do you remember Bryce Larkin, the man who you went to Stanford University with, who reported you to the Federales and got you kicked out of Stanford and stole your girlfriend? Yeah, I do remember Bryce Larkin, the man who kicked me out of Stanford.
Yeah, it's like the fucking and sports video games where they have the fucking dudes read the same lines for every single player and just insert the player's name in. That's exactly what they do for every episode. They don't actually...
Yeah, like starting at point guard, Kyrie Irving.
Starting at point guard, the guy who got you kicked out of Harvard.
Yeah, exactly. It was just so... god damn, bro. There was nothing I liked about this show. Like, I'll say this, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a 1 or a 2, right?
Yeah.
And a 1 or a 2 can be entertaining because it's so terrible. This show was just like... hovered in the middle of like,
I'd agree.
It's whatever. Like I wasn't angry enough to hate it, but I wasn't happy enough to enjoy it. It was just there.
It's very, very, very episodical.
And we've said this since we started the pod. We don't like that shit.
Yeah, I mean there has to be an overline plot of some kind, which there kinda is in this season. I'm sure they probably go more into it. I guess we'll never know. But I mean with this, it's really just Bryce is here now. And that's about it. Like there was never really any progression other than that.
But that wasn't even the season finale.
Yeah, that's true.
He came back in like episode 10. There was 3 more episodes.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. The season finale felt like a middle of the season episode.
I agree.
That 10 should have been a better finale than the one we got.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Tristan, tell me, come on, man, do something. Fight for your life out here, because you're floundering.
Well, I mean, me personally, I think that Chuck going around not getting to mind his own business. I'm telling you, I think it's funny. I appreciate the comedy in this.
But you're just saying it's funny. You're not saying why.
Okay, I like Morgan as a character, right? I think Morgan, the dopey best friend, that's a great archetype for me, personally. I enjoy the dopey best friend.
You don't feel like he pushed the line and was, like, nearing sexual assault multiple times during the season?
Probably should have been in jail.
No,
he was a sex pest the entire season?
He did, and they, addressed that at multiple points. Child me didn't understand that as much, obviously. Slightly different story. But I like Morgan as a character. I like the workplace kind of comedy that comes with it, just because I've, my personal experiences in retail.
Yeah, you love Office.
Well, that's different because it's not retail as well. But, like, my experiences in the workplace felt somewhat-ish similar at times. And so I can have, my appreciation for what happened there. I think Jeff and Lester are great side characters, even though they didn't. The drunk idiot and the Indian dude.
I thought, bro, I would be real with you. I didn't think the Indian dude showed up to like episode 9 or something. Like,
no, he was there the whole time.
I don't believe you.
You don't have to, but I know you weren't paying the most attention either.
I was locked in. But he really didn't start getting plot lines until like episode 9.
Yeah. And
then he was a sex pest too.
Yeah, he was the entire time. He always was.
So was Morgan. Never wasn't.
No, also true.
You act like he got a character development. He didn't. He was just still being a creep, dude. Golly, like the over sexualization in this show is ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know, not so much the over-sexualization, but it felt like a bad take, and I didn't like the movie to begin with, of Employee of the Month.
Never seen it.
I haven't seen it either, to be
wouldn't
honest.
necessarily recommend it. It's not really my favorite movie, but just that retail, like, very, very white humor. I
Interesting.
Damn, you're offending white people right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I can. I literally can say that, but it's just, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. What's the deal with airplane food?
Bro.
Exactly.
Or boy, are my arms tired. Fucking dumbass.
Like, bro, tell me about the scene where there was an unnecessary scene where she shoved Lester the molester between her legs and shit. Like,
Oh, that's because he thought that he had a
ridiculous.
chance, and she was just, showing him up that he wasn't all that he, thought he was.
Tristan, I've never had a woman be like, "Man, you're fucking gross. Let me let you between my legs."
I mean,
I've been called gross many a time.
I'll say
Never has that happened.
I would have gotten a lot in high school.
Yeah, bro, I would have been MVP season.
I would have been putting up fucking Wilt numbers, bro.
It had banners hanging from the rafters.
Bro.
But no, dude, this is just, it was just whatever. Like, the whole series was just whatever. I mean, the people there, they got a good paycheck, The series is just so unabashedly the 2000s, it hurts.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, bro. Like,
Yep.
I was like, oh shit, bro. I wanted them to get a nuke, call it a nuke at one point, just but they didn't, It was cool, man. I think they mentioned some rapper at one point. I was like, hey, I know that rapper. Forget. I think it might have been like fucking Luder or something. I don't remember. It was something stupid.
Ja Rule. Is it Ja Rule?
Hey, man. I just struggle to, like, I don't know what your full issue with some of these characters was.
They were all sex pests, nastily, except for Chuck, right? Casey was just annoying as shit the entire time and was literally trying to fuck situations up the entire show and never listened to anyone until the final 2 episodes when he got his little baby arc with his ex-girlfriend, wife, spy, agent lady. Fucking, what? I don't even know her name. What's her name? Sarah. There we go. Sarah, her entire character was, I will always be a damsel in distress despite being a spy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
And you got to let the fucking Best Buy nerd save you the entire time. What is like?
I don't know.
Stupid.
My problem with Chuck, and I understand that's a lot of his character too, is just he's stupid. Like, and we talk about it a lot. Like, I hate the main character who makes all the dumb mistakes. I understand that's part of his character in this, but it's also in the spy thing. It makes sense. Like, I'm like, okay, so just learn how to be a spy. When he's talking to girls, that's where it gets cringy for me, because it's like it's the how not to get girls interested challenge. And he's winning it for sure, but it's just the way he goes about it just makes me like puke a little bit in my mouth.
Interesting. I mean, he, of all two girls that he tries to talk to, the first one was, that doesn't really count because he didn't have to try because she was, going to talk to him one way or another. And the second one, I'm, my lack of experience, I'm sure that he did just fine with that. It seemed like it was totally fine the way he went about it. Couldn't really tell you.
I feel like this whole season is him going about it the wrong way with Sarah.
Well, yeah, but also, does it really matter? She is a spy, and he does not have a chance.
It matters to him.
Well, yeah, it matters to him.
Because she literally likes him after like the third episode.
Yeah, it's pretty telltale.
Well, yeah, she falls for her coworkers. That's what they discuss. In the show, they talk about how she always falls for her coworkers because, Bryce was her partner.
I mean,
it sounds like you're adding some context that we don't have in, okay, buddy?
No, they literally said that. Casey says that to her at one point. Like, you always fall for your coworkers.
Casey says a lot of misogynistic things throughout the season, if we want to go with that.
I don't know, bro. She was acting a little crazy when he was with Deli Chick. Like, it's very obvious, and it doesn't have to do with coworker all the time, but it's very obvious that she has a thing for him. Exactly.
Because she didn't do the lake thing with Lester until after Chuck was trying to talk to the sandwich girl.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't about showing them up. It was about fucking making Chuck jealous.
She only did that because Lester was being creepy.
Dude, that just doesn't make sense.
He's being creepy, so I'm going to give him what he wants.
Yeah, wouldn't you want your vag the furthest away from that dude as possible?
I mean, as someone who has never experienced something like that.
You've never been assaulted and then been by a woman. It's like, say a big milk tank looking motherfucker comes up to you and grabs you, right? You are not going to be like, oh yeah, let me grind up on milk tank now.
Right. Yeah.
You wouldn't never think that.
No, the point that I'm making is that he was trying to be creepy, and so she just got him out the paint.
No, she got him in the paint. She put him in the paint.
He literally ran away because he didn't know how to handle that.
He posted up wanting the ball, and when she gave him the ball, he choked. That's not her fault. That's his. I'm just saying
but that's the point.
She provided the opportunity.
If that was Quagmire,
it's
a wrap.
It's a wrap. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. This does not work, and this doesn't make sense, and it's dumb. Okay? Let me tell you some more, all right? The whole will they, won't they shit, don't care. Stupid. Right. Didn't care for it at all. I like the moments when they were going to be together. They should just be together and let the show ride off of that, and then have Bryce come in like it's a soap opera, telenovela type shit, and be like, it's me. Bryce.
Yeah.
Like, either lean all the way into the stupid or like get out of the stupid. There was too much tiptoeing.
Actually, I had that in my notes. I was like, this feels like a telenovela at points.
It really did, with how ridiculous it was.
Yeah.
It just, I don't, like I said, bro, Chuck, these nuts in your mouth.
Yo.
Zachary Levi, man, I liked you in Shazam. I don't like you here.
I think that was Zachary Levi. I think that was John Krasinski.
Bro.
Yeah, I liked you in A Quiet Place. I think you're going to be great Reed Richards.
Bro.
Fuck, dude. There's a reason one actor from the entire series does anything anymore.
Yeah. That's pretty true. There. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and I mostly agree with you.
And Matt Boner, but I don't count him. He's too good for the show as is. Like, he shouldn't have been here.
I mean, two characters of this are also in Dexter, but they're very, very side characters for the most part.
No one likes Dexter.
A lot of people like Dexter, actually.
Liked.
That is true. Liked.
Dexter fell off. I didn't even watch it. True. I know that shit.
I mean, neither of those characters are in the new one. That's all I'm saying.
Dexter, New Blood. What you doing,
Yeah,
Dexter? I'm hunted, New Blood. Oh, man, bro. Can't believe Dexter's Lab got a spinoff.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was at first.
That's
Oh,
nuts.
Jesus
Anyway.
Christ. Oh, man. Chuck versus Dexter, the first to die off.
Bro.
Oh, my God. I really wasted 13 hours of my life. Thankfully, it was like 3.
Oh, yeah, that's what happens when you put it in double speed.
Yeah, I watched this entire series in double speed. I'll let you know now. I watched the first 5 episodes regular time. And after that, I was like, I'm okay, bro. Double time hit, and I was watching it like Eminem rapping. I said that.
Speed ran it, bro.
Speed run. Any percent in reviewing. Some people are gonna be like, bro, you can't do that if you're reviewing shows. You're not giving it a fair. Shut the fuck up.
Reek was never going to give this a fair chance, in all honesty.
I watched 5 episodes normal style.
Yeah, and then you realized that you weren't going to finish it in time.
No,
What?
I watched those 5 episodes last week.
Yeah, and then you forgot about it.
Because I didn't want to watch it anymore.
Hey, man, I don't
I
control
was
that.
letting you know what our co-host told me to do was not that. It was a lot
That's
worse.
pretty true. That's pretty true. I did not say finish it.
You said shit show up as it.
Yeah. Said shit show up. We'll see what happens.
Golly, bro. Like, everything about the show revolved around sex of some kind, and it just was, like, so goofy, dude.
For somebody who doesn't like sex scenes like that are just not there for any particular reason, you surprisingly like this show for it revolving around that aspect of it.
Well, part of it's a little bit of nostalgia. I'll give you that much. But part of it is that, you know, I think that it's not the worst thing in the way they do it.
I love sex scenes.
Yo. Wait a second.
Oh, man. Let me be honest with you, okay? Let me sit down and talk with the people for a minute, okay? I was never going to like this show. It has nothing that I ever liked about anything. It's a sitcom, whether they like to admit it or not. Any scene that takes place in Bymore is sitcom to a T. Any scene that involves the sister is sitcom to a T. The only thing you could actually argue that's not sitcom is anytime they do spy shit outside of the 2 key sets that they have, and the only ones they really wanted to pay for, which is the house, which is not a house. They keep trying to say it's an apartment. That's a fucking house.
Oh, that's absolutely a house.
I don't know how you could buy this apartment. No, sir. That is one home. There's a big ass California mansion.
That is a multi-family home.
Yeah. And then the Buy More set, which they had, they paid a bunch of money. They're like, oh shit, we can't not use this, And then whatever set of the week they added with the episodes, it just is like everything I hated about Supernatural rolled into one, man. And because like Supernatural, at least you were sold on the charismatic characters of Sam and Dean. You're like, oh, they got charisma. Not a single motherfucker in the show has charisma.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Not even Kronk, bro.
No, Kronk, negative charisma.
Bro. That's extra tough for Devin.
Chuck tried his hardest with the charisma. He's like, hey, I'm Chuck, baby. But, I mean, no. I'll give this a fair... I was going to give this a good to decent score. But the more I talk about it, the more I don't want to do that. So, you get 4.5.
That's
wow,
fair.
that's actually shocking. I guess I'll go. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was pretty mediocre. I didn't really like it. Just not really my style of comedy, and I feel like that's what people are there for. Didn't really like any of the characters. Slightly below average. It's also a 4.5 for me.
Fair.
All right, give it a 10 or a 9, whatever the fuck you have to do.
No, I'm gonna give season 1 like a 7.5. To be honest with you.